Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant playoff basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we're going to talk about how the San Antonio Spurs beat the Portland Blazers. Portland Trail Blazers 111-98. The Blazers didn't even score 100 points in this game. They got down by 16 at one point, and they just could never really make a fight out of it. The Spurs won the first quarter 30-21, the second quarter 29-28, the third quarter 28-23, and then the Blazers did win the fourth quarter 26-24. But by then, it really didn't matter at all because the Spurs were so far ahead that they ended up closing it out anyway. Tamani Kamara, 32 minutes, 8 points. He went 2 of 7 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. His only makes was threes. In this one, he missed all of his 2-pointers, and they was good looks too. He also went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 2 steals in the block. We know he's a guy that can defend. We know he's a guy that can do a lot of things for you. He was able to fill up the stat sheet in some other areas besides scoring, really. He did also have 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a minus 15 and plus minus. Denny played 39 minutes, which was the most on the team. He had 30. They need him to create shots for himself and for them. He did that, but he did go 12 of 21 from the field, so he found a lot of success driving. But he also went 2 of 5 from 3 and 4 of 6 from the free throw line and grabbed 10 boards. Finished with a double-double. That was something that you needed him and wanted him to do, and he did that. He also had 5 assists with 2 turnovers. It's good that he was able to score and make plays and not have too many turnovers. And he also only had 2 personal fouls while also getting 1 steal, 1 block, and 1 offensive board, and was a minus 12. And plus minus, he came in ready. He came in knowing what he wanted to do, and it worked again against a tough Spurs defense. And that shows you how good of a player he really is. Donovan Clingan, 22 minutes. He had 4 points. He went 2 of 7 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line. It happens, and it went in the wrong direction in this one. They left him open for a reason, and he didn't make him pay for it. He did get 7 rebounds, which is low for him, but he did get 1 assist, no turnovers, 3 personal fouls, 1 offensive rebound. On top of that, he got no steals and no blocks, but he was a minus 10 and plus minus by the end of the game. And Drew Holiday had good looks in this one. He just didn't have the touch from distance. He went 1 of 7 from 3, 4 of 15 from the field. Sometimes Drew Holiday can have games where a jump shot is just not working at all. And this was one of those games, and unfortunately, they gave him cushions. They gave him space, and he just could not make them anyway. But he made up for it with 11 assists. I can't make a shot, but I can find my teammates who can, and it worked out. And he also only had 1 turnover, so that was great. 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and he finished as a minus 7 and plus minus. Scoot kept being the guy that was open a lot and had good looks, but he played good. He played 27 minutes, had 18 points. He went 7 of 11 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He's showing his confidence as a ball handler. He's showing that he can get near the basket still and try to score. But he did have 3 turnovers, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. He also had 4 personal fouls and was a minus 3 and plus minus. He's going to have to continue to have that confidence in that shot because he's not going to always get close enough to the rim to get good, easy looks. Jeremy Grant, he played 19 minutes. He had 5 points. He finished 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line. You just want him to continue to attack and also try to hit the wide open threes. He did a good job of that, but he didn't really get a lot of opportunities and a lot of touches in this one, and the Spurs was prepared for him anyway. So they tried to take him away as much as they could and pay attention to him. And he had 2 turnovers and 2 steals. 1 personal foul was a minus 25 and plus minus. Chris Murray played 2 minutes. He didn't do anything because of that. He was a minus 1 and plus minus though. Robert Williams ended up playing 17 minutes. He ended up getting 11 points. Good finishes right by the basket. He went 5 of 7 from the field. He made a 3. Then he missed the other 2. He had 6 rebounds. That was the most off the bench. He also had 4 assists. That was the most off the bench, just getting the ball and just kicking it back out or finding somebody early for a good look. He had 3 offensive boards. No personal foul was a +3 and plus minus. Hansen played 1 minute. He didn't do anything because of that. Matisse Thybulle played 21 minutes. He did make a three, then missed the other two, but he still was able to grab 4 rebounds and an assist. He also had a steal and no turnovers, 1 personal foul, and finished as a -4 and plus minus. Vitt played 1 minute. He didn't do anything because of that. Blake Wesley played 1 minute. He didn't do anything because of that. And then Shaden Sharp came in ready to score. He just couldn't get it done efficiently, even if the look was created or wide open. He went 4 of 13 from the field, 0 of 4 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and he finished with 10 points. And then he got 22 minutes. He had 1 rebound, 2 assists, no turnovers, and a steal, 1 personal foul, and was a +9 and plus minus. City played 1 minute. He missed his only shot, which was a wide open three, but he also got 1 rebound, no turnovers, no personal fouls. It was a 0 in plus minus. And then the Spurs, they ended up winning this one pretty easily from start to finish. They kept it up and was able to close them out real well. Julian Champagny hit the wide open threes. Played 30 minutes, had 6 points. He went 2 of 3 from the 3-point line. He got 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 3 steals, 1 block, 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal foul, was a +13 and plus minus. Just good perimeter defense, good help defense, and just was able to space the floor real well and get some boards when he could. Victor dominated 33 minutes, 35 points. He went 13 of 21 from the field, just too long, too fast, and just had good touch from the perimeter. And this one finishing 5 of 6 from three and 4 of 5 from the free throw line. It was just too easy for him in this one. And even the shots you would say, we let him have that one. He was even able to make those, so it hurted him. He also had 1 assist, 4 turnovers. That was the most on the team. And he also got his 2 blocks. It ain't Wimby if he ain't blocking the basketball from his opponent. He did have 2 personal fouls, was a +4 and plus minus. Fox helped out 34 minutes. He had 17 points. He went 7 of 15 from the field, 2 of 5 from the three, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. The three ball was working. The drive fakes was working to be able to get to the basket under the rim. And then he was finding his teammates for easy looks whenever he wanted to and whatever he's seen it. And then he did it so well, he didn't even turn the ball over. And then he had 8 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a +12 and plus minus. Devin Vassell, 34 minutes. He had 15 points. He went 5 of 13 from the field, 4 of 9 from three, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, and 2 blocks. He had 2 personal fouls and was a +8 and plus minus. The wide open shots was there for him. He just had to cash them in, which he was able to do. Even though he wanted to be a little bit more efficient, he hit some big shots to keep him ahead and keep the lead in double figures. And then Stephon Castle, 33 minutes, 17 points. He did go 4 of 13 from the field and 1 of 5 from three. They was leaving him open, and he was taking the looks. It makes sense to do it, but he just wasn't making them enough in this one. But he did get 8 of 8 from the free throw line, which is really good, and it still counts as points. So you got to be happy with that. 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and it was a -2 and plus minus. Harrison Barnes, 11 minutes. He ended up going 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He missed his only three. He went 0 of 2 from the field, 1 rebound, no turnovers. His only rebound was offensive. He had no personal fouls. It was a 0 and plus minus. Kelly Olynyk did nothing in the 1 minute that he played. Same with Lindy Waters. He didn't do anything but get on the court. Keldon Johnson, 20 minutes for him. He made a wide open three, then missed one, then misses all his 2-point attempts. Finished 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from three. He did get 7 boards. That ended up being the most off the bench. And then he had 1 assist and 2 turnovers in the steal, 3 offensive boards, 2 personal fouls, and was a +2 and plus minus. You look at it and say, well, he did a whole lot of rebound grabbing, and it was actually tied for the most on the team with Stephon Castle. Carter Bryant played 4 minutes. He got 2 points because he ended up, he had 2 rebounds, no points. He had no turnovers, 3 personal fouls, and was a +1 and plus minus. And then you look at Bismack Biyombo, 1 minute for him, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and a 0 and plus minus. Luke Cornett, big net, was really good in the paint, good finishing, good rebounding, 6 boards, 2 of them was offensive. He finished 5 of 6 from the field. That's something that you'll like to see, and he was able to accomplish that real well in this one. 1 assist, no turnovers, 1 steal, no personal fouls on the +9. And plus minus, Dylan Harper played 23 minutes. That was the most off the bench. He did give you 6. He went 3 of 7 from the field. He missed all his threes. All they was good looks. He was 0 of 2 from 3. He did give you 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and he finished as a +18. And plus minus, not the greatest game, but not a bad game either. And then you look at the Spurs, 84 field goals taken by them. They shot 48%. 91 from the Blazers. They shot 43%. 33 three-pointers taken by the Spurs. They shot 45%. 38 for the Blazers. They shot 26%. 19 free throws taken by the Spurs. They shot 84%. 12 taken by the Blazers. They shot 83%. 45 rebounds by the Spurs. 38 by the Blazers, 24 assists by the Spurs, 28 by the Blazers, 13 turnovers by the Spurs, 10 for the Blazers, 6 steals for the Spurs, 9 for the Blazers, 5 blocks for the Spurs, 2 for the Blazers, 11 offensive rebounds for the Spurs, 8 for the Blazers, 34 defensive rebounds for the Spurs, 30 for the Blazers, and 19 personal fouls for the Spurs, 17 for the Blazers. And the Blazers, they did what they could, and it just was not enough against the San Antonio Spurs. They just outplayed them that entire game. And even though the fourth quarter was won by the Blazers, they had no shot to win the game. And the Spurs, man, they're young. They have a lot of good pieces, but not really that much playoff experience. And although they have a lot of stuff still to prove to a lot of naysayers and a lot of doubters, this team is legit. Good defensive team, good on the perimeter a little bit, and also just have a guy that can just do it all on both ends of the court, and that's their weapon. You know, they got a guy that can make a big difference out there, a guy that can dominate the game, a guy that can make it easier on his teammates to gamble and take risks on the perimeter because he can cover for them, and he just such a unique talent in this league. But his teammates need to get credit. Even when he was on the bench, they was still shredding up the Blazers. They still was dominating the Blazers. The Blazers couldn't even take advantage of the minutes he was out. Got to give credit to Luke Cornett. Got to give credit to De'Aaron Fox and those guys for still making plays, still making shots, and saying, "Wemby, you're one of the best players in the world. You are that good, but we also compliment you very well. But we can do it on our own. We can get it done with you on the bench or out the game because we're great players too." So they surrounded him with the good, confident players, guys that feel that they can compete at a high level, guys that want to win, guys that make winning plays and winning decisions, even if he's off the court or on the court. So it's good to know that when he goes to the bench, they can still get it done. They can still make it hard on them to make a run or try to cut into the lead. But I like what I've been seeing from the Spurs all year. I like what I seen from them last year. It just Wemby went out with blood clots, and Fox went out with a hand injury. So they didn't have Harper. They didn't have Luke Cornett and those type of guys last year. They upgraded their roster this year, made them deeper, made them have more things that they can throw out there, more things that they can do, and more weapons to have. That's a good thing because you want to have a championship, you have to have it from one all the way down, and you want to make sure everybody's dependable and reliable whenever they get out there, whatever, any lineup. And the Spurs are showing that they have that. Got to give credit to Mitch. He knows how to coach. He knows how to get the best out of his guys. He knows how to get the best out of them on defense. He knows how to hold them accountable. He knows where to put them. He's doing his homework. He's showing them what they need to do. And on top of that, he's also just paying attention to what they're trying to do to his team and just letting them know what they need to do and showing them how to be ready for it the next time so they don't make too many mistakes or give the Blazers too much advantage to where they find like they have something that they can use and exploit against the Spurs to be able to beat them in the future and also just in the particular game that they played today and even in the past. So this is a veteran, old soul Spurs team. Like they understand that they got to work hard, they got to study hard, they got to implement it on a basketball court, and they have to do it at the highest level. And they doing it on both ends of the court. Just a really, really good game from the Spurs. And the Blazers, they just didn't have enough. You know, they tried to run a lot of things that they usually do. They tried to play their style and their brand of basketball. It got them 98 points. They couldn't stop the Spurs. They couldn't really score as well as the Spurs. They couldn't really get it going the way that they needed to. And the Spurs just gave them an avalanche. They just threw it all at them, crushed them, and they was never really able to play the same or do things the same enough for where they can get the win in this game. So other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today or tomorrow with more analysis on the playoffs if it's meant to be. Gone for now. Peace.